Hey everyone, it's me, Violet, and today's Tranny Talks, I'm going to be asking all of you trannies out there, do you pass? Can you navigate through society without being undetected of your biological sex? Well, if not, here are some tips that I hope will help you in your journey to transitioning that I have picked up along my journey that have helped me tremendously. So I'm just spreading the love if that passing is something you want to achieve. So I think I pass pretty well in society. Don't get me wrong, I do get clocked. So I guess for an intro of this video, for everyone who doesn't know what's going on, I am a transgender female, hence the title of my series, Tranny Talks. Shocker, I know. Oh my gosh. But basically what passing is, it's a term used within the transgender community amongst ourselves to distinguish if someone is able to navigate through society incognito or blend into society, I should say, as the gender that they are trying to express or live as. So in my case, I'm a transgender female. I was born male. I have the need or desire to um, walk through society as a female and be perceived and recognized as a female. So that is my life, basically. Like, people don't think I'm a man or call me a man, or like, if they do, they do it behind my back, girl, which is good for me. But in general, people view me as a female, which is great. I love it. That was not always the case, and don't get me wrong, I still do get clocked these days. And clocked is another term that we use to call it the situation where somebody reads us. Like, say I'm walking down the street and someone says, "That's a man." That's getting clocked. So these are some tips that I'm going to pass along your way if you want to pass. No way is this video saying that transgender people need to pass or have to pass, but if that is something in your journey that you want to attain, then keep watching. So tip number 1 would be to get on hormones. That's it. Hormones, the sooner you can start them, the better, in my opinion, because hormones are not God. Like, they are a miracle worker, but they do help a lot. And that is whether you're going from male to female or female to male. If you get on your estrogen for male to females or your testosterone for female to males, that tremendously kind of already helps you start feeling like the sex and gender you are trying to that you identify with. So step 1, obtain hormones. And the way you go about that, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. You have to obtain like your medical diagnosis. You have to see your primary doctors, then therapists, and yeah, it's a whole process. Look into it. But step 1. Step 2 is figuring out your style and your dress. That was something that took me a bit to comprehend or, get down, was my fashion. And that gives you, in your free time, just play with different styles, see where you kind of fit in like this paradigm of fashion sense or whatever. If fashion isn't big for you, then you can kind of skip that sense. But I'm just saying that it really helps, because when we go out into society, the first thing that people notice offhand is how we're dressed, how our hair is styled, how we carry ourselves. And I'm just saying, you guys, a good outfit is like a battle of armor. Okay? And I think this video, I should have mentioned in the beginning, but it's going to be more centering towards trans femmes, trans women, because this is my experience. And I really don't have many tips for trans men. Sorry. Anyway, so fashion, another thing for trans girls, I'd say, is hair. I mean, for anyone, hair is a big deal, but I think it's bigger for trans girls because hair kind of like I don't know, it just ups the game. It ups the game, girl. So grow out that hair. This is real. This is mine, most of it. I do have extensions in, but this is my hair. This is my hair, and then this is extension. So I'm kind of like halfway to where I want to be. This is where I want to be. This is where I'm at. So, and hair does not grow overnight. And if it does for you, bitch, you're a lucky hoe. Okay, get out of my face. Anyway, also, when you start taking your hormones, girls, your breasts are gonna grow a bit. So I recommend a push-up bra. Push-up bras are your friend, okay? Don't get scared. Even stuffing your bra is your friend. Like, do not be ashamed, because a lot of girls are born with no tits. So if you get a little tit to show off some cleavage, bitch, get that Victoria's Secret bombshell and pat it with some salt, girl. No shame in your game, honey, okay? Another tip I'd say is get your makeup up to par. I'm not saying go to Sephora and spend $1,000 on the nicest, highest end shit. But, I mean, you can start from the bottom or start from literally nothing. Just going to the dollar store, getting some brushes and some makeup to play in, and, you know, build your technique. And as you work with that product, the lower end, more affordable stuff, you can, if you want to, which I do recommend, start building up your higher end kit, which would be higher end brushes, higher end products, skincare, eyeshadows, everything that you need to complete a face. If you're kind of a one and done kind of girl, then you can invest in your makeup, your higher end makeup, a little more quickly. But like for a girl like me that needs high end, from the primer to the lashes to the brows to everything, then give yourself some time to build your kit. Like, it's okay. I remember when I didn't used to be this. I really didn't, or wasn't. You know, I used to be more of on the tomboy side, like longboarding, wearing band t-shirts, piercings, this and that. And I just kind of noticed that style was doing more harm for me than good in terms of like my transition. So that's where all this like fakery came in. And I love it. Like, people see me for who I am. I feel more confident. And yeah. So another tip is getting your nails and skin up to par. So taking vitamins, biotin, hair, skin, nails for women, getting your nails done, your toes done. If you can't afford acrylics, paint your own nails, girl. Go get some nail polish and paint those damn nails, honey. Okay. And another tip I would say is social etiquette. So how you behave in social settings, the way you talk, the way you move your body language. Just research some tips on how to act more feminine, how to sit and take up less space. And these are all stereotypical things women do. Not trying to stereotype all of y'all, but I am from the same pod. So yeah. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry. Okay, so another thing I wanted to touch on after social etiquette is when you do start taking like your hormones and stuff, be patient, okay? Like, just know, everyone, that I did not just wake up after like a week of transitioning and I got to this point. Like, don't get it twisted. It was not that. This took me like 6 years to kind of like get into and get really serious about. And like, not saying I was never serious about my transition, but as far as like the appearance wise, you know, I was kind of just letting hormones do their thing. So I also highly recommend just letting hormones take their course, experimenting with different styles, experimenting with everything I just told you. Obviously, you're not going to find the right hairstyle or the right makeup or the right outfit or the right this or the right that the first time around. Okay, if you do, good for you, great. Happy for you, but it took me years to like acquire all of these things and tips, and this is just scratching like the surface of it all, you know. Not all of us, a lot of us are not super bloomers, is what I like to call them, where those girls or men who just take their hormones and within like a month they're fish as fuck, and you know, they're having doors open for them and this and that. Like, not all of us are that. So just trust the process, be kind to yourself, and just play with these tips and like learn to love yourself, girl. That's another tip I need to give y'all, is learn to love your damn self, because this whole thing, transitioning, especially for trans women, trans femmes, like it is, in my experience, one of the hardest, toughest, longest, excruciating processes I've had to endure. But it's also been one of the happiest and most fulfilling and enriching experience that I've been able to grant myself, along with like my family, my friends, society. I function better as a person due to my transition. I am able to navigate through society in my own skin, and I am very unapologetic about it. You know, I walk into a room and this is me. If you don't like it, kick rocks. And that's just like how I am. I also didn't always used to be that way. Like, I used to care what everyone thought about me and blah blah blah. Another thing is, like, when you are trying to build your appearance up, do it for yourself, not for anyone else, not for a lover that keeps you in the dark, or big for this or for that or for these people or those people. Do it for your damn self, because the more you do it for you, the more happier you will be in your own skin, rocking the styles you want to rock, feeling uncomfortable when styles you are trying out aren't working out. You know, just be very gentle to yourself, because I'm letting you know that the world is a hard place, and the last hard place you need to be in is in your own skin, in your own head. So those are just some tips I have on how to pass for trans women. And if you guys found any of that information useful, it all was kind of generic, but again, like, all of those tips have helped me so far, from coming from way on like the clockable spectrum to where I'm like more up to par, up to the passing spectrum, and I'm able to kind of go into society and people don't give me shit for being who I am. So I wish you all the best luck on your journeys. And if you like this video and want to see more transition related videos, just let me know in the comments. And I love you guys. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.